Samayoa is here.
Live at 5.
Oh, we have a theme song?
I like to do a different one every time.
Oh my god, my first time doing this with you, Matt Roden.
I like to add a song at the opening.
This is Matt Roden.
Hi everybody.
I'm Paul Wontorek. And we're here, we're Broadway.com. Sisa Samayoa is here. Samayoa. Yeah, I'm pretty good at saying
Samayoa.
Yes. Yeah.
Samayoa.
I've loved this guy forever.
I love you too, Paul.
No, Sisa.
Oh yeah, I like him.
And now I'm so happy he's in a big Broadway hit.
I know.
You know, there's certain people you want to get like a big Broadway hit, and he's in one, and it's called Come From Away.
The show that is down and dirty and heartfelt.
Down and dirty, is it?
Yeah, it's very like
the staging?
I feel like it's very grounded. Yeah. I feel like it's a very grounded show.
Actor terms.
You know what I mean?
A lot of actor terms
going on. A lot of stomping.
Okay, well, you're going to interview him in a minute, but
yeah.
Let's talk about the news. First of all, it's April 26th. Do you know what that means? That there's one more day until Tony cut off.
I knew that. And
tonight is the opening night of Bandstand, and we're both going.
Can't wait.
Matt's going to do one of his famous red carpet challenges.
Famous.
I don't know what you're doing yet. We'll see. No. We'll talk about it after.
Great.
I'm just going to watch and have fun.
You're just going to see the show?
Because I love the show.
You've seen it, though.
I love it. I've seen it twice. Yeah, I love it. But there is a feature on the site. We have a great new The Catch-Up, our new series, The Catch-Up. Which we premiered with Andy, Carl, and Allison Janney. Mm-hmm. We have a new episode with Corey Cott, Bandstand's leading man, and Kara Lindsay.
It's very cute.
I love the catch-up.
I watched it today.
It's fun, right?
It's so nice.
Because it really is just actors just like talking to each other.
And
we don't really direct them
at all.
No, very little. Like it's just fun. So
honest conversation.
Exactly, with a lot of lights on them.
Yes.
It's not
and a giant microphone just hanging over.
Yeah.
But other than that.
So anyway, happy opening to everyone over at Bandstand. We will say it in person as well. And so the Off-Broadway Alliance Awards. That's an award. Did you know that one?
Yes.
It's an Off-Broadway award, and they announced their nominations because it's that time of year.
Yes, it is.
Every day there's a new award. I believe tomorrow is Drama Desk.
Tomorrow's Drama Desk?
I believe that's tomorrow.
Oh my God.
And then next Tuesday, of course, is Tony Awards. Speaking of, I did a feature. Can we talk about that?
Yes, I was going to say, please bring this up.
Hashtag Tony Funnel.
Did you make the graphic?
I made a graphic, yeah, late last night.
It's good.
I did a story because I felt like no one was talking about the fact that this season, there are 13 new musicals eligible for the Tonys.
That does not include revivals.
Correct.
It's only brand new shows.
For the category of Best New Musical, and this is the most since 1981, which is crazy. It's a really long time. You weren't born.
I was not born.
So it's in your lifetime. This is the busiest Broadway season ever for musicals. So I did a story about that.
It's gonna be
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, anyway. So off-Broadway, The Band's Visit got one. Ernest Shackleton Loves Me got one. It didn't even open yet. Hadestown, Othello the Remix, and The View Upstairs are all up for Best Musical.
I loved The View
Anyway,
Upstairs.
and look up all the rest on the site. Yank. Do you know Yank?
No.
It's a gay musical. It's about gay soldiers in love. It played.
I'm into it. I'm ready.
It played off-Broadway, and now it's going to London at Charing Cross Theatre.
Perfect.
Starts July 3rd. So everyone go Yank. Go Yank.
It's the July 3rd, not July 4th.
It's England. They don't care.
I know, but it's like
what do they care?
I know.
Okay, have you heard of a Lempicka? Lempicka?
Absolutely.
Lempicka. It could be Broadway's next sensation.
What?
It could be. It's a new musical, and they're doing a reading of it with Cynthia Erivo, who I know you were obsessed with.
My girl.
And Stephen Pasquale, who's my girl. It's Cynthia Erivo and Stephen Pasquale. That's amazing.
Where? Wait, when and where?
August 4th at Williamstown Theatre Festival.
I'm in.
And it's just like a reading,
I'm sold.
And it's a new musical. Carson Kreutzer wrote the book, Matt Gould the music, and Rachel Shopkin of Great Comet directs.
Oh my God.
Matt, we gotta go to Williamstown.
And I know that Cynthia would not do something if she wasn't like, this is
so true.
fierce.
So that's like a 3-hour drive, so.
You and me, Paul.
Okay, cool. They're also at Williamstown. Kristen Milioti is going to be there, Thomas Sadowski, Alexander Socha, Ryan Svan. So anyway, look on the site and see what they're all doing. Billy Porter is getting the Vito Russo Award. Which is a very, very fancy award at the GLAAD Media Awards on May 6th. That's a huge award. Huge honor. Billy was just here last week. Congrats, girl.
Congrats, gal.
Congrats, Billy.
She's got a new album, though.
New album, new trophy. It's all happening. Deborah Messing is hosting the award, which will be fun.
Well, that'll be fun for sure.
It's the time of year where everyone goes on TV, right?
Yep.
All the Broadway stars. So Christian Borle was on Good Morning America doing some Willy Wonka.
Christy
Altomar on
Journey to the Past
Today
this morning,
show.
sounding amazing.
Everyone,
at
if you haven't watched this one's red carpet challenge
from which Anastasia.
Genius.
So ridiculous.
Genius.
So ridiculous.
Just look it up. Andrea Martin was rapping. Some Lin-Manuel Miranda and Seth Meyer.
Yeah, what could be better?
That happened. The Marvin's Room is coming to Broadway. Did you know that? The American Airlines Theater Marvin's Room.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Marvin's Room is starting June 8th.
Oh my
so
God,
get
I'm
your
so
red carpet.
excited.
Get your red carpet challenge
Wait,
ready.
did you say June 8th?
Previews start June 8th. And guess who's in it? Now, Jack DeFalco, they just announced, Jack DeFalco, Carmen Lasavita, Nedra McClyde, and ready?
Yes.
Luca Padovan. Do you know who that is?
I feel like I do.
He's that genius kid from School of Rock.
Oh my God!
Luca,
yes.
Yep.
And
He's
he was
back.
Was he in Newsies too?
Was he? Probably.
Or something else.
He
I don't
is
know.
a former Live at 5 guest as well.
He was on Live at 5?
Yeah, he sat on this chair.
I feel very fancy.
Waitress, happy 1 year anniversary. We have some photos from your
Very
cake.
exciting.
That's what they do. When you get to 1 year, you get a cake. Finn Whitrock is on Show People, and I was so excited to have him
He's
because
really attractive.
he's very attractive. And did you watch American Horror Story?
No, I
Freak
can't
Show?
do the scary stuff.
You never saw Freak Show?
No.
I was kind of obsessed with it.
Did you watch all the American Horror
Yes,
Stories?
all of them. That's my favorite season. It's a very controversial choice, by the way. Most fans of American Horror Story don't go with that one.
But you do.
I do. And and he was fabulous on Show People, and he's in Glass Menagerie. He's the gentleman caller. And finally,
episode.
what?
It's a good episode. Is it up?
Thank you. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
You're just saying that. It's on camera. It's up. It's
It is
live.
up. Okay,
You can watch
good.
it now. And finally, there are photos from the fabulous opening night of 6 Degrees of Separation. Is there a Matt Roden video coming up?
There is. I don't know if it's out. It's not up yet.
I haven't
but
seen
it's
it
coming.
yet.
It's coming. It's cute.
Is it classy?
It is all about class
Super
and sass.
classy?
Yes. Yeah. It was a lovely evening. It was
Good.
it was a star-packed party, by the way. Like
Star
there was a
people,
lot
yeah.
of people there that I was like, oh.
Well, John Benjamin Hickey is like a star magnet.
Yeah.
He's friends with everybody, and Allison Janney is Allison Janney.
And the whole Significant Other crew was there because Tripp was there.
I know.
So that
That's
was really
good.
nice to see all of them, and they
It's
were all
good.
just like,
Did you all cry?
yes.
Sad.
We all held hands and cried.
Let's hope for some Tony nominations next week for Significant Other.
I have fingers crossed for a couple of people on that
Okay.
show.
Okay, so I'm gonna get out of here because the handsome Caesar Samayoa.
Samayoa.
Yeah. Anyway, he's here.
How did I do?
Come on in, Caesar.
Bye, Paul. Woo! Oh, we don't have the applause thing. We don't have the little. Thank you, Paul. Thank you.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, Caesar Samayoa. How did I do?
Samayoa.
Samayoa. I missed one of the extra vowels. Caesar.
Yes.
Thanks for hanging out.
Oh, I love it. You killed me on the red carpet challenge for Come From Away.
Oh,
Like,
with the
killed
flight.
it.
Oh god,
Killed me.
We had a good time. Tell me, you're in a little show called Come From Away.
Yes.
Give me the basic pitch. Give me the elevator pitch of Come From Away.
Come From Away. On 9/11, when the airspace was cleared over North America, 38 planes landed in Gander, Newfoundland, which is in the northeast tip of Canada. And almost doubling the population of this tiny little town with this one...
Tiny town.
Tiny town. And the show's really about how that little town basically opened its doors to the world. And that's what we're doing.
It's a remarkable show. I wept and wept and wept. I'm obsessed with the show. When did you get involved in the production? When did you start sort of knowing about the whole thing?
I got a call from my agent, and he gave me this script about Come From Away. And I could not put it down. I
Really?
could not put it down. This is for a developmental run in La Jolla, at La Jolla Playhouse. And I remember calling my agent saying, I have to do this. What do I need to do to get into this show? And 3 months of auditions later, 3 months. I
long
get the
time.
call. Yeah, I get the call that I booked the show, and I've been with it ever since. It's been this incredible 2-year journey.
It's been a long journey. Did you know the story of Gander before you had read the script?
I had no idea.
See, I think that's how it was like when I walked into the show. Like I didn't know anything, and then you're just like, it's a learning, it's an education.
I love it when people don't know the story. You know, I'm a New Yorker, so my story for 9/11 is New York. And, you know, when we played Washington, D.C. as well to learn their 9/11 stories was pretty amazing. But this particular one is kind of unbelievable because it deals with the world. It's
Yeah.
you know.
So the show's had a long path to getting here. So you did La Jolla,
Yes.
and then what? You did D.C.?
No, we did La Jolla, and then we did Seattle Rep, And then we did the Forge Theater in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, and
then we did a concert in Gander where the show takes place.
Which we're going to talk about.
Yes. And we have to talk about that. And then we did a run in Toronto.
Okay, so now we're at 5.
Yes, which was also amazing. And now we're here in New York.
On the Broadway!
Broadway!
Okay, so out of all of those runs, did the audiences respond differently? I mean, obviously the Canadian audience probably had a very different response than like the American audience, but I'm interested to know, like, did the cities have different sort of reactions?
You know what was so amazing about this is that we had no idea what the reaction was going to be like.
Of course.
And, you know, we were in our little rehearsal room at La Jolla Playhouse, really kind of going through it, because you run the gamut with this show. And all of a sudden we have our first audience, our first preview, and there's these just wonderful, joyous laughs coming from the audience, and all these kind of these huge laughs coming from the audience, and then the lights go down, and it was just this rush of people kind of jumping up and screaming, almost the exact same reaction that we have 2 years later now in New York. And it's been like that in every theater that we play.
That's amazing.
It just shows it's kind of like this international kind of show that everyone can relate to.
Well, yeah, it's about community, it's about love, and it's about coming together and like support. I mean, that's why I love the show so much, just because it's just like, it's a heart show.
Oh, I love
it.
I love hearing
that.
Right? Yes.
Tell me about the concert in Gander.
Oh my gosh.
When did you find out that you were doing it? And then, like, how did that go down?
We found out, I think, after Seattle. After Seattle, we had no idea we were coming to New York, actually. And then we get a phone call saying, like, you're going to Broadway.
Oh my God.
Which was, it was one of those phone calls that it is everything you think of in your head. I think I screamed, I dropped the phone, I started running around my room.
Because it's your Broadway debut.
It's not my Broadway debut.
No, not your Broadway debut.
Not my Broadway debut.
But still exciting.
Yes, very exciting. And with that phone call, we also knew that we were going to the Forge Theater in Washington, D.C., that we were going to be playing Toronto, and that we were doing the concert in Gander, like in the ice hockey rink that we speak of in the show, for 5,000 people. So it was crazy, because you start, you say a character's name, and that character, the real person, was sitting there in the second, third, fourth row.
Was that the first time you had met them, or had you met the people that you actually portrayed before the concert in Gander?
We'd actually slowly starting meeting our people, the characters that we play, the real people, little by little. Like one of my characters is named Kevin, and after I did the La Jolla run, I'm sitting like checking my email. It was really late at night, and I get this email, and it said, "Hi, my name's Kevin, and I think you play me in a musical."
I love that email.
Yeah, I know. That's another moment of me screaming and dropping stuff and running around the room, because I was dying to meet him, and he came to Seattle and saw the show there for the first time, and he's been with our family, our Come From Away family, ever since.
And it very much is a family. Like, it seems like you guys are all like super
very
close.
Much a family. We're very, very close. It's so funny because we're all so different. We're completely different, the 12 of us. And it's pretty amazing how close we've become.
Fun fact, in case we didn't mention it, you guys all play, like, many, many characters. Yeah. How many do you play in the show?
Well, I have 3 main characters, and then we play all these little kind of bit roles, 10, 11, 12 bit roles along the way.
Did you have a favorite city to play? I mean, you don't have to pick one, but if you could, what would you say was your favorite city?
Well, I mean, there's nothing like New York, but playing Gander,
like New York.
Like playing Gander, doing this show in Gander for the community that we are talking about and are representing and honoring in this show, that was insane.
I mean, that was insane.
And we got to see all the places that we talk about in the musical and all that kind of fun stuff.
So many nice comments coming in about you. It's
very
lovely. And about Paul. Oh, here's a question. Maddie Smith wants to know, who is the funniest backstage?
Oh my God. We have like a cast of comedians.
It seems that way.
We really do. But one of my favorite, like, comedians in the show is Lee McDougall, because he's so understated with everything that he does.
Yes.
And he'll like peek his head in the dressing room and say some kind of really funny or snarky comment, and then like run down the hallway like a little child, as if he didn't say it.
Yep.
And he's usually, we're getting changed for the show, so it's usually in like underwear and t-shirts, so it's even funnier to see him come in. But we have a really funny cast.
A lot of people say they've seen the show twice. They can't wait for the cast album, which is coming out this summer.
The cast album is out.
It's out?
It is out.
I was listening to it today.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Well, yes. I actually, I'm a liar because I have listened to Giancarlo's song like about 150 times.
Me in the Sky.
Let's see what else here. Has the show changed you? Peyton Cole wants to know.
Peyton, absolutely. My gosh, this is one of those, and I think for all of us, one of those life-changing experiences. I've never been involved with something that has brought a community together and has moved so many people and has changed us individually. To see the response that this show gets and to be able to talk to the people who come see the show at the stage door, it's like totally overwhelming. I
think that this is something I talk about with a lot of people, but this industry in particular is interesting because it's the only, I guess, sort of entertainment-related industry where fans get to meet the people that are doing the performing like almost immediately after it happens, and there's a face-to-face interaction. When it comes to music, obviously you can go see somebody at a concert and you can like try to get by the tour bus, or when you go see a movie, maybe you'll go see somebody at a premiere or at a restaurant, but there isn't sort of this like face-to-face interaction, and I think it's like very special. I think it's something that I've cherished my whole life. I used to stage door like crazy. Yeah. Any like crazy great stage door stories, experiences?
I have such amazing stage door experiences. I think we all do. What's amazing about this show is that it's not really about, oh my God, you're so good, or this show is amazing. People want to tell you their story at the stage door, which is really pretty amazing. But there was this one woman who came up and said, this is my second time seeing the show, and I wanted to gift you this card, and she was a survivor of one World Trade Center, and it was her ID card from the World Trade Center. And she said, I finally have a different memory of that day in my head. And this is just one of like just hundreds of beautiful, beautiful interactions that we get to have because of this show.
What a gift.
It is a gift. It's a huge gift.
Taking a turn, Alec Black wants to know,
yes,
any on-stage mishaps? I mean, you guys have a lot of moving around, a lot of chairs, a lot of props.
We have a lot of moving around, and what's crazy about the show, like everyone has a little moment in the spotlight, but there's so much that happens when you're not in the spotlight, and you're there supporting your cast members, moving sets, making chairs into planes.
Right, because it's not a traditional set. It's like you guys make the sets.
We make the set.
Yeah.
So any little mishaps have to deal with like, oh my gosh, I was thinking about what I want for lunch for that 1 second, and all of a sudden I miss a chair, or a fish has fallen on the floor, or I'm notorious for grabbing my wrong props when I'm running onto stage, and grabbing wrong costume pieces. And thank God.
You wore the wrong costume piece?
No, my God. Like, thank God for our dressers, because they grab me and throw the right piece in my hand, and then I run out.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that.
George wants to know, who have been inspirations in your musical career?
In my musical career, I just worked with one of my inspirations. His name's Arturo O'Farrell, and he just won his 3rd Grammy for Afro-Cuban Latin Jazz.
Unbelievable.
And he has been one of my top inspirations, because I love that kind of music.
Yeah.
In terms of theater, I was a Sondheim kid, and I will forever be a Sondheim kid.
Yep.
But I really love to work with new artists. So I find huge joy when I find new people
to work
with. Yeah.
So did you know that musical theater was what you wanted to be doing from a young age?
It's funny, I was introduced to theater by a teacher.
That's always remarkable when that happens.
It was amazing. And it started slowly becoming a part of my life. While I was in school, I was part of a kind of a theater program, an after-school theater program, but I never thought I was going to do it professionally. And I went to college for something completely different.
What did you go to college for?
I was going for international relations and Japanese.
Oh my god!
And
I'm like, no, like you're smart.
No, but I happened to come into New York and I saw Anna Devere Smith do Twilight Los Angeles.
Wow.
And like I was like, whoosh,
Yeah.
like mind blown,
Yeah.
mind blown. And I remember I went back to my dorm room and I closed my books and I started researching conservatory acting programs and I transferred into Ithaca College and I've been doing it ever since.
That's like an amazing story too. That like that show was like what sparked.
Yeah, I saw a matinee and then I ran down and got a ticket for the evening show because I was completely like mind
Enthralled.
blown. Yeah, mind blown about.
Well,
what
she's
she was
amazing.
doing. Yeah.
Let's see. This is a fun question. Maddie Smith wants to know, what's your go-to audition song?
What is
Do you
my
have
go-to?
one?
I don't have a go-to audition song, but I do sing stuff like "Love Look Away." I sing that song all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I love singing standards like "The Nearness of You." I sing all the time.
Yes.
I tend to bring in new pieces of music from composers that I've worked with, but
Yeah.
those two are pretty like standard go-tos.
Standard go-tos.
Yes.
Any other fun facts about Come From Away that you want to tell the people at home?
Imagine going to like do the concert in Gander and then you're on a plane, kind of like waiting on a tarmac with the real people who are stuck on a plane, waiting on the tarmac. It was completely surreal. And one of my characters has a partner named Kevin. And so I'm sitting behind the real Kevin
Oh my God.
on a plane in Gander, waiting on the tarmac.
You're like,
yeah,
is this happening?
It's like too many levels of wow reality happening all at the same time. And he had a bottle of Grey Goose from Duty Free, which is a part of the show.
Well, what could be better?
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. This
And
was amazing.
You're wonderful. The show is so good. I cannot say enough how good this show is.
I love hearing
If you
that.
haven't seen, no, I really like
Thank
it.
you.
It had a profound effect on me. Thanks for being here,
Thank you for having me here.
guys. It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Have a great night. We'll see you all tomorrow. Go see Come From Away, everybody. It's
Yes.
so good. Go see it.
And happy opening bandstand.
So nice.